So Martin Guilfoyle, he's the original kind of, they named it after him?
Yeah, he passed away, so...
Ah, right, that's a beautiful trophy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think now, before we get into how you won this, the early kind of like passion for this, I don't know whether you were kind of certain like ideas of what a driver could be in this sort of scale, or whether you just like frightening learner drivers, or...
No, it's not even like that, no. To be honest, it's once I start working for Tony, it's he kind of sets the standard, and you kind of drive to be like that, you know. Tony Senior especially,
right?
To learn from anyone, he's the best to learn from, you know.
But to get to your level, there's a bit of passion there as well, that you want to do it
well.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah, I love it, yeah. I just love driving, I love helping people, love all of that. So yeah, it's great for me when I see people are happy on the bus. That makes me happy.
Well, I always think there's a sort of a strange happiness that hits you when you go on a bus together with a bunch of people. It's like you're off on some sort of, even if it is just like a regular run, it feels like you're slightly naughty, that you're all together going somewhere.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, you're part of it.
So we should get to the competition itself. Not easy. You got a 300-word essay. You got your 30 multiple choice questions. You got 2 interviews that you got to go through, and then you got to do your obstacle course. Yeah. Was that frightening? Was it you feel confident going in? Because I'm guessing there was some degree.
There's nerves, absolutely, right. Yeah, there's nerves. But enjoyable though, you know. It's because you do it every day on the road. You kind of, the driving part isn't the hardest part. It's the interview, the questions. Because obviously, when you do your test and you read your book when you do your test years ago, you forget about different road signs, different things, and it throws you. So I suppose it's a good thing, because you can brush up on them again. But yeah, it's, but it is a bit nerve-wracking, yeah.
So even the idea that you step forward into this arena to try and see if I can do something here, I don't know whether you were pushed or whether you felt, well, I kind of know what I'm doing here, I love this, so it would make sense to take a shot at the prize.
Yeah, well, it's put out. Tony and Paul ask if anyone wants to do it, and this year nobody jumped forward to do it. It's just the day before. It was the day before it was going. I just said, look, put me in. If no one else will go for it, I'll go for it. So yeah.
Now I'm guessing for many industries, but certainly an industry which relies on grabbing a bunch of people and putting them together and heading off on a bus, COVID must have been a real kind of strange, surreal kind of limbo. But I'm glad to see that Tony Doyle Coaches always just seem to be out there, still working, still doing their thing. Yeah. Was it a hard time to
very hard, yeah. Now again, props to the company, because they kept us going. They brought us in even as soon as things laxed a little. We were brought in 3 days a week. We were just cleaning buses and preparing for when it did kick back off, and the lads were fantastic with us. So yeah, it was a very tough time, especially when that day, the initial day, was very hard, because I was in the office that day, and I never forget it, because Tony and Paul just come in and said, look, they're shutting schools, that's it, we're gone for 6 weeks, I think it was initially.
Right.
So yeah, that was tough. You were leaving here, you were driving out the gate thinking, what's next,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Now, when joining, I don't know whether this is like 10 years ago, when exactly you started with the coaches, but did you have in your mind that, I don't know how quickly you decided, actually, I love this, I'm going to be here for a while?
Yeah, actually, I drove lorries beforehand.
Right.
So yeah, I once I start driving coaches, it's a lot easier, to be honest. But yeah, I loved it from day one. And
when was it that you started? Can you remember?
2010.
All right, okay. So you're a veteran now, you know that, right?
Yeah, well.
So I suppose, I mean, this wonderful trophy, I mean, this is every year. So I'm guessing that once you've won it, that's it. You're not running again. But it must feel pretty kind of sweet that of all the people that are driving coaches in this country, you've managed to sort of hit the highest mark.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have won it, to be honest. Yeah. No, I won't go for it again. No, that's me. I'm done now. Yeah. Once a
big cash prize, right?
Well, actually, there was a bit of cash, but I won't say big.
Rock and roll. Well, listen, congratulations, man. It's a sort of I just think people's relationship with, as I say, when they get on a coach, there's a sort of, especially if it's a regular thing, there's a sort of bond that happens, or a little bit of a kind of, we're all going off together on an adventure, as I said. Yeah. I always think it is a special kind of feeling. It's like school teachers get it with their kids. There's certain professions where you meet people on a regular basis, and it becomes conspiratorial, it becomes a bit of fun.
Absolutely.
So yeah, congratulations. To be on top of all that is pretty sweet.
Cheers. Yeah. It is. Thanks, Paul. Yeah.